credit cards as binding magic that keep you chained. Welcome back. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is The Debt as Binding Magic, the series. In this video, we're exposing the most casual, most normalized, and arguably most dangerous entry point into debt: credit cards. They don't look dangerous. They don't come with a lawyer or a loan officer. They're sold as convenience, as backup, as empowerment. But the truth is, credit cards are the front door to financial dependency and one of the earliest illusions of freedom young people are sold. Let's be clear. Credit cards are not just financial tools. They are behavioral conditioning devices. They teach you to reach for money that isn't yours and to normalize future obligation in exchange for present ease. That is not financial literacy. That is grooming. Grooming you to borrow, to owe, to delay, and eventually to forget what true ownership even feels like. The illusion credit cards sell is this: you're in control. You get to swipe when you want. You get access. You get rewards. You get the things you desire now and worry about it later. But the truth is, you don't have freedom. You have a spending limit. And that limit isn't based on your soul or your purpose. It's based on a system that calculates your value according to how much you're willing to owe. This is psychological design. The credit industry wants you to feel empowered while being bound. It wants you to associate ease with debt. It wants the moment of transaction to feel good, so you stop questioning the long-term cost. Most people don't even read the fine print. They accept interest rates above 20% without understanding how compound interest works, or how a $100 item can cost $150 when dragged across time. But the real danger isn't the price tag. The real danger is the frequency you lock into. Every time you swipe a credit card for something you couldn't afford in the present moment, you're sending a signal. I trust debt more than delay. You're choosing artificial abundance over actual alignment, and every time that choice is repeated, the pattern sets in. Not just financially, but neurologically, emotionally, spiritually. You begin to crave immediacy. You become addicted to the illusion of having more than you do. And over time, you lose tolerance for the discomfort of waiting, planning, or aligning your decisions with truth. That is how dependency is created. Now let's talk about how this affects your soul. You are not just a consumer. You are a creator. You were built to generate, to attract, to manifest. But credit cards interrupt that flow. They replace the divine timing of manifestation with artificial acceleration. Instead of aligning your energy with your desires and letting provision meet purpose, you swipe. You shortcut the process. And in doing so, you skip the frequency lessons that were meant to make you stronger, wiser, and more energetically free. This is why credit cards keep people poor. Not because they don't offer access, but because they teach people to function outside of energetic truth. They teach people to act from urgency instead of clarity. They encourage decisions that are emotionally reactive, rather than spiritually aligned. And over time, that creates a life of distortion. You're constantly living in a timeline where your present self is enslaved to the decisions of your past. That's not convenience. That's captivity. And yet, people defend credit cards like they're a rite of passage. You need to build credit. It's safer than cash. I just use it for points. But the truth is, most people use credit cards to bridge a gap they aren't willing to acknowledge exists. A gap between what they want and what they currently have. A gap between their desired reality and their financial foundation. And instead of healing that gap or building real capacity, they swipe. This isn't about guilt. This is about clarity. The swipe is a spell, a spiritual agreement. You're saying, I agree to delay my peace. I agree to borrow from my future. I agree to add weight to tomorrow in exchange for ease today. And that's fine, if it's conscious. But for most people, it's not. It's automatic, it's emotional, it's invisible. And over time, that invisibility becomes a trap. Because dependency doesn't look like chains anymore. It looks like a rewards program. So how do we break the illusion? First, stop calling credit cards backup plans. Call them what they are: binding agreements that delay energetic freedom. That doesn't mean you have to destroy them, but you have to disarm them. You have to take back the spiritual authority you've been unconsciously handing over to a piece of plastic. Second, build capacity. Learn to wait. Learn to delay purchases. Learn to expand your income, restructure your priorities, and take control of what you can generate without relying on debt to do it for you. That's not deprivation. That's discipline. And it's how you exit the emotional patterns that debt was built to exploit. Third, set boundaries. If you must use a credit card, use it only with a repayment plan in place. Never let it carry a balance that wasn't pre-authorized by your own financial system. You are not a slave to minimum payments. You are a steward of your own timing. Lastly, dismantle the identity link. You are not more valuable because you qualify for a card. You are not more worthy because you can afford to spend. You are not more together because you have a shiny credit score. Your worth was never meant to be measured in FICO points. Credit cards don't give you choice. They give you dependency disguised as freedom. Welcome back. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is the Manifestation series, where we don't just talk about manifesting, we master it. Because let's be honest, manifestation has been watered down, reduced to vague quotes, mood boards, and empty promises. But you didn't come here to wish. You came here to build a reality that hits different. A reality that responds to your frequency, your language, your alignment, and your decision to stop playing small. This series is not fluff. It's physics, frequency, and fierce creative power. Inside the Manifestation series, you're going to learn how to collapse timelines, shift identities, and speak worlds into existence, just like the greatest minds in history. This isn't just about being positive. This is about being powerful. Here's what you unlock inside. Vision to Reality, the Vision Board course. You've heard about vision boards, but you've never done them like this. This is a full energetic ritual, a precision-coded map for your subconscious, designed to bridge image, frequency, and strategy. It's not arts and crafts. It's blueprinting your future in visual form and turning it into matter. Time, quantum timelines, and why time isn't real. Manifestation doesn't take time. It takes alignment. In this module, I'll show you how time is just a mirror of energy and how to collapse timelines using choice, clarity, and vibration. Past, present, future, they're happening now. And when you know how to navigate time quantum style, you stop waiting and start receiving. Quantum jumping, instantly up level. Your next level life isn't years away. It's one decision away. In this training, you'll learn how to quantum jump, how to shift into a version of you that already has what you desire. This isn't fantasy. It's how high-performance creators, athletes, and spiritual masters leap beyond limits. Jump now. Land in power. Every word. The power of affirmations and spoken language. Words build worlds. In this course, I show you how to use affirmations like spell work, not just repeating empty mantras, but speaking with vibration, intention, and spiritual force. If you've ever felt like affirmations don't work, this will change everything. You'll learn to command your field, not just request from it. The greats, learning from the most exceptional minds in history. We're not the first to master this. In this legendary module, we decode the techniques, habits, and quantum genius of the world's most powerful manifestors, from ancient sages to modern icons. You'll learn how to think like the greats, move like the greats, and manifest like the greats. This isn't another feel-good series. This is a spiritual weapon, disguised as a manifestation course. It's made for leaders, cycle breakers, visionaries, and soul builders. You don't need another wish list. You need a system that teaches you how to bend reality. This is that system. So if you're ready to stop playing with potential and start creating results, welcome to your next level. The Manifestation series is open now. You know what to do. Let's build what they said was impossible and make it inevitable.